All right, I'm late in getting the video out, but I was playing darts last night, and no, unfortunately, Mr. Samsonov didn't come over to greet me and give me some advice on how to play darts. So I again played darts like crap. However, I also did not watch the Leaf game until after work. I did see the score before I watched the Leaf game, but obviously a 3-2 loss. You would think, well, just watch the replays and give your analyst, but that's not what I do. I like to watch the game before I talk to you. So I did watch the game. Again, it's pretty nice when you watch a game in an hour and you don't have to listen to any intermissions or any commercials. But again, I did know the score of the game, which kind of sucked. However, here's my opinion on the game, and you might be surprised by it. I didn't think the Leafs played that bad. I was expecting, after the All-Star weekend and the whatever coat with Bieber and the partying and the Kool-Aid and tacos and whatever, the figure skating, the skills competition, the behind the back trick passes, which I think they're great in an All-Star game, but I thought they did a little bit too much passing today, but we'll get into that in just a second. I thought they were going to be a terrible start. I thought the Islanders were going to railroad them. Before the game, if you asked me who's going to win, I would tell you the Islanders are going to win. They're a more hungry team, and the Leafs just had four guys have a weekend, I guess. I don't know what they do, but but I was surprised. I thought the Leafs battled. I thought the first two lines were pretty good. Like at the end of the day, if you ask me who should have won that game, the Leafs should have won that game. They had plenty of chances. I thought Sorokin stood on his head. The only thing that drives me crazy, and maybe it's because of the All-Star game, this fancy bull crap plays. Like, God, like the defenseman dropping it back and the other guy coming back and he's not there. Those plays are terrible. Like, if they work, fantastic. But when they don't work, man, it just causes so much problems. We'll get into the reason why the Leafs lost this game, in my opinion. It was not Samsonov. It was boneheaded defensive plays. Our defense is terrible. It's just a really bad defense. And this includes Riley and Brody. The best defenseman we have, and it's not Simon Benoit, played awesome. Throws hits, fought, makes the right play majority of the time. When the puck is handed over, and that's what the Leafs, there's three things in life, right? There's death taxes and the Leafs defenseman handing the puck over to the wrong team. That's the three things in life you're guaranteed of. And the Leafs defense like to hand it over at the most inappropriate times, in the worst situations. Like, I think Giordano basically passed it from his end to the other defenseman at the blue line, like at least 5 times that I counted. Like, what are you doing? There's no one around you. Hold the puck. If you're making a change, pass it across. Make the play. Let the change happen. And that's what cost the Leafs in this game. If we go into the goals, the first goal was a hell of a play by Matthew Barzal. Rings it off the post. But Noah Gregor's, like, everyone was watching Barzal. Like, I know Barzal was an all-star, don't get me wrong, but like Noah Gregor, we're not playing the all-star game anymore. You're not sitting in the stands. When the guys beat you, you stay with them, right? Like, that's kind of the key. You don't just watch them and go, wow, nice play. Boom, off the post. Oh, my guy just scored. The guy that I was covering or trying to chase just scored because I was watching it. The whole Leafs third line was watching that play happen. And Jake McCabe, I don't know who he was covering, but he wasn't in front of the net. And it was nice off the post. Good bounce. Don't get me wrong, it's a good bounce. But Gregor, you got to stay with the guy. He makes a pass. It's a give and go. You stay with the guy who makes the pass. I don't know. Maybe they teach that in Pee Wee hockey. And Gregor should be on the third line anyway, so I got to take that. I guess Kampf was hurt. Whatever, it's 1-0. The Leafs didn't back down at that point. I expected them to fold. They did not. They played pretty well. Had lots of opportunities. Couldn't beat Sorokin, who's a damn good goalie. I thought Samsonov played well. We go into the second period, and Benoit with a big hit on the power play, which causes Ben Horvat to go over, and they fought. I don't know. It was kind of crazy. With Bo Horvat, not Ben Horvat. Bo Horvat went over, and Benoit fought him, and I guess they got the extra penalty, which caused a 4-on-4. And then right off the draw, it was a nice pass by Tavares to Mitch Marner. He outweighted him, shot it in, 1-1. All right. The Leafs are still in the power play. You got to be excited about this. You scored 4 on 4 before the power play. Now you got the power play. And again, it's the dumb mistakes that cost this team. I will say to anyone, if you've watched any of my videos, the Leafs hand over the puck at either our blue line, the Leafs blue line, or the opposing blue line so many times. And this time it was the end of the power play. Matthews loses a battle with Clutterbuck. And I don't know what Timothy Liljegren's been doing, playing hockey. You know, at the end of a power play. Now, I will be fair to Timothy Liljegren a little bit here. I didn't hear any goalie banging the stick. Usually at the end of a power play, 5 seconds left, the goalie lets the stick go to let everyone know there's 5 seconds left. And there's a guy coming out of the box. I mean, anyone who's played hockey, that's what the goalie does typically. I used to play defense at one point, and I'd hear that bang, and I'm getting back because I know, or at least I understand, there's a guy coming out of the box anytime now. In all fairness, he might have hit the stick. I did not hear it on the TV. And Clutterbuck just fires it, and whoever, I guess this guy's the coach's son. That's crazy. Assistant coach's son, McLean. I remember John McLean. I guess that's his son. Played in Oshawa, I guess. Well, there you go. And he put a move on Samsonov, and it's 2-1. But again, stupid mistakes. Liljegren's got to be back. You can't lose the puck at the blue line. You outplay the team, and it's those mistakes that cost you. You know what I never saw the Islanders do? I never saw the Islanders make a horrible mistake like that. I don't see it. They got outplayed, they got outworked, but the horrible mistakes, they don't make them. You don't let. It's just I don't know who's doing the. I get it. The Leafs defense is terrible. Don't get me wrong. In terms of talent-wise, the Leafs defense is bottom 5 of this league. But that's stupid. That's a mistake that never happens. And it happened. And it was 2-1. Again, I thought the Leafs played pretty well. I thought the Islanders did close it down really well in the third period, but the Leafs were trying the trick plays to try to not get its shots, but you're looking for the perfect play. It never works. Hell, you had Matthews have an amazing chance to hit 3 posts. The Leafs were getting chances. They're just either making an extra pass that's not required, or they're not burying it when they're in front. And the next thing you know, they get another power play. And Tavares with a tip, and he lets everyone know when he tips it in. I mean, he lets the whole crowd know that I was the one who tipped it in. And it's a nice tip. But, Johnny, $11 million. But I'm hoping for a little bit more than tip-ins, okay? Like, Tim Kerr, you're a power play specialist. That's what you are. Except you make $11 million. William Nylander makes 11.5, and he forgot to go to the net now. Now, they made nice plays today, but Nylander's more effective when he goes to the net. He doesn't go to the net anymore. He pulls back. I guess he signed the contract. All of a sudden, the pullback is now back in the game. Whatever. Tavares scores. You make it 2-2. It's 5 minutes left. The Leafs, then I get a stat. 2 for 8 at home. 2 and 8 at home. Of those 8, they've lost a lot in the last 4 minutes of a game. They've been tied, and in the last 4 minutes of a game, a defenseman makes a boneheaded play, and you lose the game. And today, your stars of the show are Brody and Riley. Come on. You've got they dump it in, Brody's got the puck. No one on him. Just got a little pressure coming, no one on him. And he panics like a... He just throws it around. And Riley can make the right play, stop the puck, and make a pass. But no, he does this with his backhand, a little swipe of the puck. Next thing you know, the Islanders have the puck. How in the world do you have your best defensive line on? They dump it in. Brody's got the puck on his forehand, skating into the zone forwards. And he makes a horrible play around the boards, which gets even worse after Morgan Riley tries to swat it instead of take the puck, take the hit, and make a play. He just swats it. The Islanders turn it over, and here we go. Peter 8-ball Engvall skates and Riley, I have no idea. That's disgusting hockey. Morgan Riley is not. Someone said he was going to be on the Canadian Olympic, or they're having a Canadian Olympic team. They picked Riley. Are you insane? There's no way he makes the team. Not a chance in goddamn hell that Riley is one of the 6 best defensemen in Canada. The best 8, the best 10 Canadian-born defensemen. He's not even in the ballpark of it, and he won't make the team because the people that run that probably general manager realize how bad he is. If you want an exhibit, Exhibit A, the 3rd Islander goal. He swats it. Then he lets Engvall get around him, get body position, and doesn't take him out front of the net because he has no realization of where he is. All Riley had to do was be tough in front of the net, and that goal doesn't happen. Morgan Riley on the Canadian, one of the best 8 born Canadian defensemen, eh? Yeah, have another one, Pops. Watch that. Tell me he's going to make the Canadian Olympic team. This ain't Joe Thornton babysitting time on a 4th line. There's no way you're going to put Riley out against the best of the best. Not a chance. When Pierre Engvall takes him to school, I think that should probably maybe let you know that maybe he's not the right defenseman for the team. Watch the play. Horrible defense. You had Nylander, Tavares, I think Bertuzzi running around after the play, but at the end of the day, your defenseman has the puck, full possession on the puck, on his forehand with a little pressure, and the next thing you know, it's in the back of your net because your defense is awful. Now, do I blame that on Keith? No. What are you going to do? Those are the 2 defensemen that apparently are the best ones out there for the Leafs. That's how bad this Leaf team is. You can't have to. You play a fantastic game. I thought the Leafs played fantastic. I'm not joking. I thought they were the better team. But it's these boneheaded plays that just cost you. They're stupid, and they shouldn't be made at an NHL level. And it's in the back of your net. The Leafs put up, 5 or 6 shots in the last minute. Doesn't matter. Sorokin made some nice saves. You lose 3-2. And why do you lose? Silly defensive miscues. A breakaway. I'll give the first goal. That was a nice Matthew Barzal. Takes a bounce and makes a play. There's going to be those goals. Okay, so I'll give the Islanders the 1 goal. The other 2 goals, the Leafs handed it to them. Matthews got a secondary assist on the breakaway. And there's no way Morgan Riley wouldn't have been at least a 3rd assist on the other one. He should have got a 1st assist for how bad he played that. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the game. Dallas game on Wednesday. I will actually be at the game. So I'm going to watch the game live, and then I'm going to, unfortunately for me, it's about an 1.5-hour trip home. And then once I've had the 1.5-hour trip home, I'll get on the video, and then I got to give you up at some ungodly time on Thursday. So I'm going to be a pretty grumpy boy on Thursday morning. However, I'm going to get to enjoy a game live. So Howard, who I think watched a little bit, thank you, sir. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll give the analysis there. Actually, one of the times I did go to a Leaf game live, I got to really, really appreciate, if anyone remembers Jake the Scarecrow Gardner, I really got to appreciate how dumb that man is. And here's the crazy thing. I think some of the Leafs defensemen are just as bad as Jake Gardner. Cheers.